Hey guys, it's Mac again, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to pose a very important question to you. Can you depend on your rifle in any situation? And I mean any situation. That's what we're going to talk about today. One rifle to save your life. Not only do I really enjoy the sport of three-gun, but I'm really passionate about self-defense and the Second Amendment as well. And the great thing about three-gun is that we get a lot of experience and a lot of practice with the three types of firearms that are perfect for self-defense. The rifle, which is my personal favorite, I feel can be the most important thing between you and a bad outcome. Shotgun is also really great for self-defense, especially in and around your house. And the handgun is something that you'll probably have with you more than anything else if you can still carry. But today I want to talk about the three big bullet points that I feel are the most important for a personal defense rifle. And the way that I've got this rifle set up, I think, is absolutely perfect. Let's talk about why I think the rifle is so important. Most importantly, it allows you to create distance between you and the person who's trying to cause you harm. And that in itself can be one of the most important things. Sometimes simply getting away is the easiest and best thing to do. With the rifle, you're able to adequately defend yourself even at a distance of 200 to 300 yards with a simple M4 carbine like this one from Bravo Company. The first key feature that I want to discuss is the reliability and the dependability of this rifle. It's something that you absolutely 100% need to function every time that you call upon it. Every time you pull the trigger, it needs to go bang, it needs to feed reliably and get you right back to the next round every time. And one of the great things that I like about these Bravo Company rifles is how dependable they are. They're built to exacting specifications, and this being the third one that I've owned, I have never to this minute ever had one single malfunction with any of my Bravo Company rifles. The great build quality and craftsmanship that goes into all the parts in these rifles comes from the need to surpass or meet technical specifications which are consistent with the Colt M4s that are built for our military. And I think that the Bravo Company rifles do that. If you read enough about AR-15 rifles on the internet, you'll know that there's always been a huge debate over whether or not certain rifles were good enough, whether or not they met specifications, and honestly all that stuff is just not important. What's important is getting a rifle that you've researched and you know is going to perform for you when you call upon it, and then going out, testing and practicing with that rifle so that you know what to expect with it. I know if I come out here to the farm and I run any number of drills with this rifle, I know that it's going to perform. And just in the amount of shooting that I've done for this video today, this rifle again has done exactly what I expected it to do. That's because I know that it's reliable and I know it's dependable. That comes from the build quality from Bravo Company rifles. The second key point is accuracy. A rifle is absolutely no good if you can't depend on it to hit what you're shooting at. It's essentially just a big club, and again, you can't create any distance between you and someone who's trying to cause you harm if you can't trust this rifle to do what it's supposed to do from a distance. So I've always felt like the minimum amount of accuracy that a rifle needs to have is 2 MOA. That's probably honestly a little bit more stringent of a qualification standard than a lot of rifles need to have. When you're talking about using a rifle such as this one for a defense situation, a minute of man is all you need. You need to be able to hit a torso-sized target, and that is much, much greater than 2 minutes of angle. However, if I'm going to lay down prone and I'm going to shoot this rifle, even with this red dot aim point on it, I'm going to expect it to be able to shoot 2 MOA, and that's with military surplus ammo, M193 or M855. And this rifle does that, and any number of really high quality rifles can do that. My Daniel Defense Mark 18 is capable of doing that. Any of the rifles that I've built myself are capable of exceeding that. So accuracy is very, very important in your personal defense rifle. If you're going to depend on this to separate you from keeping yourself alive or possibly becoming harmed or even worse, the accuracy and function of this rifle is going to be super, super important. And third, I feel like this rifle needs to be lightweight and portable. As you can see, I've got it set up with a sling here. This is the Way of the Gun Frank Proctor sling. A sling is one of the most key accessories that you can add to a rifle, and we'll go over all those in just a minute. But lightweight is very important. You never know what situation you may encounter. You never know when you may have to pick this up and defend your family. And if you're going to have to move distances, you need something that's lightweight. So a 9 or a 10 pound 3-gun rifle is probably not something that you want to have to be able to throw around your shoulder and trek for miles and miles. You want something lightweight like this 6-pound rifle that I have here. And it was built with lightweight in mind. And a lot of the Bravo Company rifles are like this. Part of that comes from this extremely lightweight KMR rail. Portable, again, something that you're able to stow with a sling and carry. Another thing that I like so much about this sling is how easy it is to maneuver the rifle, how easy it is to get it back out, get it on target, and stow it. So, lightweight and portability, again, a very important and key characteristic, I feel, of the rifle that could potentially save your life. Now briefly, I want to touch on the 3 most important things that you can add to your stock rifle in order to make sure that it's capable and ready of any situation. There are literally thousands of accessories for the AR-15 platform of rifle, and some of them probably all have some sort of technical use. However, on a personal defense rifle, these 3 are the most important. Number 1, I already mentioned, a sling. You need to have a way to carry this rifle on your body all the time very easily and leave your hands free to do other things. I like a very small and unobtrusive sling like this Frank Proctor sling. It's easy to use, easy to put on and off, and fairly affordable, so it's always been my favorite ever since it came out. Number 2 is a really high quality set of backup iron sights. I have this rifle set up with an Aimpoint T1, which is already a very bomb-proof and military combat-proven weapons-grade sight. I'm absolutely not worried about this Aimpoint going down on me. However, if it ever did, these Troy backup sights will keep this rifle very functional, and I don't even have to remove this red dot sight in order to use them, because I can shoot right through the glass of the aim point. As long as I can see through it and the glass is not shattered, I can still use these backup iron sights and keep my rifle functioning. Very, very important to always have backup iron sights on a defense rifle. Now, not so important on a 3-gun rifle. In fact, I don't have any backup sights on my 3-gun rifles. But on a defense rifle, 100% of the time, always. And number 3 is a really good weapons light. Now, I recently got this Streamlight ProTac HL, and I really like it. I have it set up in an Arisaka Defense key mod mount, and it's really easy to deploy and to push with my support thumb. I really like this light because it has a strobe function, and it also has a low light function. So if you're inside a house, you're not going to completely bleach out the walls, because this is like an 800 or 700 or 800 lumen light. Really, really too bright for inside. But the low light function of it works great, and you simply do that by just depressing the button 3 times. The strobe also is really great, and of course if you were outdoors, the full brightness or full luminosity function of the light is absolutely great as well. Really important to have a light, because you can't hit what you can't see. And if you're going to engage something at nighttime, you got to be able to see what you're shooting at. I also briefly mentioned optics. I'm a big fan of red dot sights for optics, and aim points have always tended to be my favorite. They're very rugged. The 2MOA dot is very crisp, and I've always been able to shoot them very well. Another really good option if an unmagnified red dot is not the best for you is I really like the Trijicon TR24, which is a 1:4 power variable optic. I think it's great for a rifle like this. It's lightweight. The red illuminated triangle that I have in mine is really easy to shoot up close and also far away, and the magnification aspect of it will help some people out who maybe don't have the best eyesight. Finally, I just want to touch on some of the features of this particular rifle that I think make it such an excellent choice for personal defense. This is an M4 pattern rifle by Bravo Company Manufacturing. It follows very closely the Colt M4 pattern of rifles that is contracted by the military. Very important is a collapsible stock. This particular stock is by B5, and it's a B5 Bravo. I really like it. It's probably my favorite stock now. It closely resembles an LMT SOP mod style stock, but has a little bit thicker of a butt pad on it, which feels very comfortable to me. This rifle also has the BCM Mod 3 pistol grip, which has a little bit steeper of an angle. Seems to fit my hand pretty well. I have a Geisley SSA trigger in this rifle. It's a 2-stage trigger. It's always been one of my favorites in a non-competition rifle. Most importantly in a rifle like this is your bolt carrier group and your barrel. This one has the full auto BCM heat pressure treated and magnetic particle inspected BCM bolt carrier group. Really excellent bolt carrier group for a rifle like this. And it also has the standard 16-inch hammer forged BCM barrel with a mid-length gas system, which makes it shoot a little bit softer. It's not quite so hard on the internal parts of the rifle, meaning that it's probably going to make this rifle last a little bit longer than a standard carbine length gas system. Again, I mentioned already, but this BCM KMR free floating rail, it's key mod. It's extremely light because of what it's made out of. It's made out of a magnesium alloy, and it free floats the barrel, which is probably one of the most important things about a rifle that you want to be accurate. All 3-gun rifles, I feel like, should always have free float rails because accuracy can be really important in a 3-gun rifle in certain stages of matches, and in a defense rifle you want this to be as accurate as possible. So a free float rail, I feel, is almost an essential. So thanks again for joining me for today's video on this rifle, which is one of my favorite rifles, and I know that I can depend on in any life or death situation. I hope that you yourself can say that you have a rifle like this, and if not, I would encourage you to do the research and put in the time to make a decision for something like this. Not only could you depend on it, but your family and your loved ones as well. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel, and I really hope you enjoyed today's video. To subscribe for more video content every week, click the video right here. To watch more videos just like the one you saw today, click this video right here. Once again, this is Mac. Be safe out there, and we'll see you next time.